All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm reviewing yet another beer from the Other Half Brewing Company, and they're out of both Brooklyn and Rochester, New York. And this is their Crickets, the Saphir and Saaz variant. So this is not a double dry hop New England style IPA or double IPA or triple IPA. This is not a fruited sour, nor is this a huge adjunct imperial stout or even a barrel-aged beer. No, this is a Pilsner that they are brewing with Saphir and Saaz hops. Comes in at 5.1% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is 3 weeks old. So I drink so many crazy Other Half beers here on the channel that when I saw recently they were going to release just a Pilsner, I was like, yeah, sign me up. Let's see how they can pull this off. I'm quite excited to get into it. The only non-crazy beer I've had from Other Half was their Boogie Board Stunts, which was a slightly hop-forward Kolsch. So I'm thinking this will kind of be in the same realm, and I enjoyed that one, so I picked up a 4-pack of this, and yeah, I can't wait to get into it. Now, they just call this a Pilsner. It's not a German Pilsner. It's not a Czech Pilsner. I guess you could call it an American Pilsner. I believe they're using German Pilsner and Vienna malt, but Saphir hops are German, while Saaz hops are obviously Czech. So it's kind of like, I don't know, just a mashup of both German and Czech. We'll just call it American, or you can call it an other Pilsner, whatever you want to call it stylistically, it doesn't matter. So yeah, 3 weeks old, pretty fresh. We're gonna see how this one is. Let's pour it into the glass and get into it. So yeah, now that's pouring out, not hazy. It's a lager. I mean, come on. So very simple label too, just white with a little gold cricket on it. I think that's pretty cool. So this is about 20 minutes out of the fridge. Want to drink a little bit cooler. It's probably in like the 45, 48 degree range. So yeah, that pours out a really nice golden straw color. Has some decent carbonation. Some little bit of chill haze on here, slightly, but for the most part you can see through it. About a finger and a half of a bright white, fluffy looking head. Plays the role of a Pilsner in my opinion. Let's get a nose on it. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm actually getting like a nice floral earthy component on the nose. A little bit of spiciness. There's a nice sweet, biscuity, almost crackery malt base to this one. A slight red apple core note as well. A little bit of citrus coming to the forefront. Tangerine, orange. More like zesty as opposed to like juicy. It smells super refreshing. It smells like a well-made Pilsner. There's nothing crazy about the aroma. It smells like it's going to be super easy to drink and quite refreshing. Yeah, oh, that malt base is actually coming to the forefront way more as it opens up. Yeah, sweet, biscuity, crackery, almost bready. That smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, it's a fucking tasty Pilsner. Body on this, higher side of light body, lower side of medium body, 5.1%. It's very appropriate. Mouthfeel, very crisp, clean, refreshing, effervescent. Decent amount of carbonation here, like you'd expect from a Pilsner. The taste it's sweeter, but it's not as sweet as the nose indicated it would be. Right up front, you're hit with that, sweet malt presence, crackery, bready, biscuity. Pass through the palate, get a little bit of that red apple core, a little bit of the zesty tangerine orange notes I was getting. But then there's a big zip of spice and a floral component, a little bit of earthiness too. It finishes ever so slightly better with a decent amount of sweetness, but it finishes relatively clean. There's nothing really left on the back of my palate. Maybe just like I said, a little slight bitterness, slight earthiness, but for the most part, relatively clean. As you can see, I'm crushing this. I could crush this can probably in 5 to 10 minutes. It's meant to be a super easy drinking Pilsner, and that's exactly what it is. I don't think anybody's going to go into this expecting the world. What you should expect from this beer, what I'm expecting from this beer, is something that's super refreshing, easy to drink. I could drink a 4-pack of it and, not worry too much about what's going on. I'm not contemplating these flavors too much. There's not a whole lot going on in the palate, but it's just well made. There's no off flavors. There's no off flavors whatsoever I can taste on my palate right now. It doesn't have a buttery, component to it or anything. There's no green apple. There's nothing like that. It's not off whatsoever. Yeah, clean, easy going, Not can really say that's bad about it. Now, when I rate beers, you guys know that I rate to my personal preference, not to style. So what I would give this beer, based on my own personal preference, I would give this a high 4 out of 5. I'd go 4.1 out of 5. I think it's extremely well made. It's one of the better craft Pilsners I've had. I'm not just saying that because you guys know I love Other Half. It really is. This is pretty tasty. It's not going to blow anybody away, though, but that's not what this style is meant to do, especially when you grab a craft Pilsner or a craft lager. I don't think anyone's looking, to set the world on fire, right? You're just looking for something that's really easy to drink. So that's where they kind of win me over on this one. So 4.1 out of 5. Now, the only issue I will have with this one, and I'm going to mention this because I've had some people ask me to talk about cost and availability in my reviews. And a good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber, you guys all know Matt over Massive Beer Reviews, he wraps up his reviews. He doesn't rate beers, but he will talk about the cost and availability. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, so I don't really want to do that. But I will mention the cost going forward and the availability real quick. Not going to go on too much, but I will say this one was $16 a 4-pack. So that's $4 a can for 5.1% Pilsner. Make of that what you will. I do not take cost or availability into the account when I rate my beers. I rate based on the merits of what's in the glass. What's in the glass here screams 4.1 out of 5 to me. If I took everything else into account, clearly it would get a worse rating. But $4 for a can of really well-made craft Pilsner is still expensive to me. There are some local breweries here that I think their Pilsners are close to this one at $1.50 to $2 less per can. So I will say, if you want to drink this one, but you're looking to get value on it, probably not the greatest value for $4 a can for a 5.1% Pilsner, just being honest with you. So this is probably one I'll never buy again just because of the price point, but I can't deny that it is a good beer. And availability for all Other Half beers, well, most, like 98% of them, brewery only. I picked this up at the Rochester, New York brewery, the new one. And yeah, I think they had this for like almost a week after because, again, it's a $16 4-pack Pilsner, so I totally get it. So anyway, Cricket, is it Cricket or Crickets? It's Crickets. Crickets. The Saphir and Saaz variant, 4.1 out of 5. If you had this one, let me know what you think about it. Like I said, I think it's a really well-made Pilsner. Price point, though, is a bit steep. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Till the next one, cheers.